What's up, guys? This is Brad
Hi.
from WNYK. I'm here with Carolina Rial of The Voice. She's been in our
Hi,
studio
everybody.
a couple of times, which is really cool. She's released new music, which is we love playing. First of all, I'm grateful that you're able to do this, Carolina. Thank you.
Thank
We
you so
really.
much for having me.
So, what have you been up to? I'm just kidding. um,
A lot.
yeah. Now, this journey. What I wanted to ask you is, okay, there's a quote that's it's something it's verbatim here, but it's something like magic doesn't come from your comfort zone. Now, you
Right.
could have just, stayed playing music in your room, recording, putting videos out there, but you took the chance. You decided to audition for The Voice. I guess my question is twofold. How long have you been thinking about doing this? And how'd you come to this decision? Because here's the deal, I'm looking at it from an outside perspective. There's some vulnerability to doing this, right? Like it's kind of a
Right.
scary thing.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself out there. Is this something you thought about for a while? Is it a new thing? Just the thought process of actually doing this.
Yeah. So, I mean, music has been something, of course, that I wanted to do since I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But the voice has been something that I think it's just something that I've always dreamt about doing. And I remember watching the show when I was younger. I mean, this is the 10th anniversary. I've been watching this show since I was like 7 or 6. So to be 17 now on the show, it was very, very crazy. Um, just it's wild because you have people supporting you from here and there, people you don't even know, and it's no longer family and friends that are
Yeah,
supporting you.
yeah.
It's random strangers who will reach out to you, send you messages just because they want to support you. So it's been a very humbling experience for me. I feel very grateful. It was definitely nerve-wracking because this is something that I've been dreaming about forever. And then
Of
once you
course.
get on that stage and you're face to 4 of the biggest names in music, backs of chairs, not even their faces, it's pretty nerve-wracking, but thankfully everything went well.
Now, the song you picked, Stay With Me by Sam Smith, great song. You're amazing. How does that, here's my question is like, do they give you 100% control or do they give you suggestions? How does that whole process come to be and what made you pick that song?
So as far as song choice goes, I picked the song Stay With Me. First of all, I love Sam Smith. I've been listening to
Yeah.
their music since I was
Yeah.
like very, very young.
Yeah.
But Stay With Me for me is a song that has so much emotion in it. And I feel like if anybody's going to go sing it, they have to sing it with emotion. And I also wanted a song that I could play around with the
Yep.
arrangement and stuff, because the voice is very big on that. They love it when people go out there and make something their own. So yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I thought that Stay With Me was a great choice.
Yeah, it was looking back. Now, how did it work with your nerves? Did you kind of have a weird sense of calm before or did it hit you? Were you nervous going up
You know, I usually do get nervous for every performance that I do. But I was never as nervous as I was for this. I think that because obviously during COVID, there's no, what's it called? Crowd. There's no
there?
crowd in front
Yeah.
of us. So it's just an empty studio and the 4 coaches, and you could hear a pin drop in there. So if you mess up here, or if you are a little bit off pitch, they will hear it nice and clear. You don't have any energy to feed off of when the crowd's there. But for me, yes, I was very nervous because, like I said, this is something that I wanted for so long. And now that the opportunity is here, like I wanted to make sure, let's not mess this up.
Yeah.
Let's just go for it. But I remember I was super nervous backstage, but right when I stepped on stage, the nerves went away. And I just told myself that this is something that you've wanted for so long. So you just got to go out there and give it your all. And whatever happens, happens. But the fact that you got this opportunity is the biggest blessing.
Now, how did it work with when that first chair turned around? John Legend was the first to turn around. How did that? I feel like watching that, it must have just been like, was it hard to keep your composure? Because I feel like even watching that, it was hard.
Well, the producers have been great. They always
Yeah.
tell us, like, if a chair turns, don't freak out, keep
Yeah.
on going.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what I did. I had to keep on going because part of, actually, I was telling my mom this the other day.
Yeah.
The person who I did not expect to turn around was John. I thought that if anybody was going to turn last, it was going to be John. just because I've watched every season in the past and seeing who he's turned for and seeing who's been on his team, they have been incredible. And I feel that he's kind of picky in a way where he wants, like, John has really great ear. So when he hears something that's really good, he'll turn. And so when he turned within the first 30 seconds, I freaked out. And then Nick Jonas turned and I was like,
literally
oh
right
God.
after. Yeah.
I was like, I gotta keep on going now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my brain, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then I kept on going and yeah, it was great.
Now, one thing I noticed about you, Caroline, which is good because I really appreciate it. You're all about family. And you can tell, shout out to your mom because she's like, she supports like every post we have. She likes it. And
yeah.
we tell her, I notice, I appreciate it. We really appreciate the support. But
we appreciate it as well. You guys have been so supportive ever since I stepped in your studio when I was like, what, 14 or something?
Yeah, it was some kind of music. It was on PBS, right? What was that cool thing you were a part of?
I did Celebration of Music.
That's what it was. Yeah.
PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. And
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then you joined, you came back and talked about you were doing a song for like something against like drugs with the youth, which was another cool thing. You came in again to talk. Yeah, it's cool looking back at that. But she's a huge supporter of us, which I appreciate. And even watching that, your audition, you see your family there. You see your mom there. You see your siblings freak out when the chair turns. Did it kind of, I want to make sure this doesn't sound confusing, but I feel like, did you almost feel like they were there with you? And does it almost help those nights, 1 a.m. when you know, singing notes, seeing your family like that, does it make it all worth it, I guess? It's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah. I think that, you know, with this experience, I went through a lot personally. Yep. You know, it's a hard thing. It's a lot of pressure put on you. The experience was amazing. I had the best experience of my life, but myself personally, you know, it's hard because you just want to go out there and do your very, very best. And you want to get a chair turn. As much as people are going to tell you, don't worry about the chair turn, just go out there and sing. It really is that you just want a chair turn. So I think mentally I was all over the place, but to know that my family was there, I think that for me, that was the best part of it all, because I actually didn't get to see, they weren't on screen in the studio when we were filming this. So looking back now and seeing their reactions and stuff has been so cool. And my mom, of course, was there with me the whole time. So it was, in a way, it was hard to be away from my family for so long, but it was also the biggest blessing to look back on this now and see how supportive they are.
Yeah, what was it like seeing your performance? You saw it, it's been about, almost like you said, it's been a week. What was it like seeing that must have been so weird, right? I imagine it's
my gosh.
Like,
it was
were you
so
emotional?
Weird.
Was it emotional for you? Or were you? Yeah. No, I was going to ask.
Yeah. So looking back on it now, you know, there have been times where, yes, I have been on television, but not like this ever.
Oh no, this is a once in a lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I was just, there's so many different emotions going through my head. It was weird. It was cool. It was fun. It was emotional. It was everything mixed in one. And I remember seeing myself on TV and I was like, oh my God, that's me. And then I was like, wait, that is me. But yeah, it was really crazy.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was going to ask you is you had, which is kind of cool, actually, you had your choice of judges. So what made you choose John Legend? You might have kind of already answered when you talked about knowing his past and knowing his ears, but what made you pick him? Because you did have a choice and it wouldn't have been an easy one.
I know, it was very hard because they see this in my audition. Nick is actually from Jersey as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's like, go Jersey.
Yeah, and I'm repping New Jersey this season.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only contestant from Jersey this season, actually.
Cool.
So to know that there was a New Jersey native in front of me, it was really fun. And I love Nick as well.
Yeah.
But John Legend has been somebody who I've admired for so long now, not only for what he does for the music industry, but also for the world in general. He is multi-talented. The man is a genius. Like I think I was just watching an interview he did with Fallon last night, or I think I watched it today. I don't remember, but they gave him like a word and he made up a whole like minute long song of one word. on the spot. And I just admire him for that. And I admire for how passionate about everything that he is and how much of a family guy he
Yep.
is. Yeah, that's why I picked him.
And he even kind of did a little serenade for you when he was singing. That was awesome. That must have been kind of
like,
weird.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another cool thing about The Voice, in my opinion, again, from an outside perspective, you're probably going to gain friends for life from here because you can't help but get so close to the people you're working with, and gleaning knowledge from them with musically. I feel like that's got to be kind of a cool, another like benefit to this experience, right? Like you can't help but get close to these other,
Right.
I don't want to say competitors, but like, you know, people you're working with. Like it's got to be really cool.
Yeah, I think that the most amazing part of this whole experience was getting to meet these other people.
Yeah.
There came a point where I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know if I'm going to get a chair turn or not, but I'm leaving here with some of the most amazing people as my friends. Till this day, we talk every day, we support each other. And I know that everybody's like, well, it's a competition, but it did not feel that way. And it still doesn't feel that way going into the battles. Everybody's so supportive of one another. And I truly think that this experience wouldn't have been how great of an experience it was without them, because these are people, whoops,
absolutely.
turn off the notifications.
Oh, you're probably going to get like, that probably been
Let me
going
just
crazy,
turn this
right?
on. I can't do this. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I think that with this experience, it's hard because you could talk to a lot of your people who sing and all that, but they don't know exactly what the experience is like being on The Voice. So knowing that these people, we lived in a hotel together for months, so we know exactly what it's like. We've been in each other's shoes, so it was great to talk to one another.
Yeah. One last thing I want to touch on. I realize the audience watching this not going to be International Women's Day, but it is today, and I feel like it's something we should acknowledge.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the women out there. I want to ask you, like artists, it can be any musical artists. If there's some, it can be, it doesn't even, I don't want to limit to music, but people who inspired you throughout this journey as an artist.
So definitely, of course, I want to start with my mom, who has been my right hand throughout this and everything in my life.
Sounds like she's a rock. Yeah.
She is, absolutely. And I wouldn't be doing, I truly would not be doing any of this without her. And I wouldn't be doing this without my family in general. As far as music goes, I've looked up to, well, we have Miss Kelly Clarkson right there in the panel. She's incredible. I've looked up to her since I was younger, and everybody else on that panel. I love Alicia Keys. I love Jennifer Hudson, who gave me a shout out during the show. I love Beyonce, who's always been very, very open about how much she supports women and how important that is. I love Mariah Carey, Demi Lovato, Jessie J, Adele. The list goes on.
It's probably hard, right? You can probably just go on all.
Oh my gosh, I could all day long.
Yeah, I remember actually one of your times you mentioned Aretha Franklin, and we
yes, Aretha.
Yeah.
And her song "Natural Woman" is so perfect.
That's true. That's a good call. Yeah. Okay, where can people find all your shows if they're watching this for the first time? They're interested in watching The Voice. Where can people find your social music? I know you have some great music that we've been playing. We'll play a couple of your songs. Just kind of plug everywhere they can find your stuff.
Okay, so as far as my original music, I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music, YouTube, any platform that you use to play music that I may have not named. You can find me there for original music. As far as The Voice, my audition is now up on The Voice's YouTube page, so you could just type in Carolina Rial The Voice, and my audition should show up.
As far as I've seen it.
Yeah. As far as my own social media, I'm Carolina Rial Music on Instagram, Carolina Rial Music on Facebook, Carolina Rial XO on Twitter, Carolina Rial on TikTok, and Carolina Rial on YouTube.
Is it like,
sorry, it's a lot of Carolina Rial.
No, it's good. It's good you have your name. Like that's what you want. It's got to be weird. Before I let you go, are you still? We talked about this before we started, but I feel like, are you still kind of floating? It's got to be so surreal right now, right? And again, in a good way.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's been tomorrow's going to mark 1 week since my audition aired, but it still feels like it was yesterday. I wake up every day with so much gratitude. I mean, there's times where I'll just look in the mirror and be like, I can't believe you did that. Like,
Yep.
like I cannot believe it till this day. And I've been working on this process for so long. So to finally have the world see my audition and see who I am, for those people who don't know who I am.
Yep.
It's been amazing, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everything.
Yep. Well, you did the work. You put it in.
Thank you.
All you, Carolina Rial, the voice.
Yeah.
You got it. So all the best, Carolina Rial. Thank you. Thank you for everything too, Carolina.
Thank you so much for your support always.
Thank you. Oh, always. Take care.